Now that pumpkin spice season.
No, that pumpkin spice season is crazy.
Yo, where was I at the other day? I was at, matter of fact, I was at the dentist. I brought up a meme about the pumpkin spice shit.
Yeah.
Cause it was like a girl. I brought some meme I seen, right? It was like some girl. She grabbed her drink, her pumpkin spice drink, and she had a regular outfit on. Yeah. And like as she grabbed her drink, like right when she grabbed it, she instantly like turned into her her fall gear with the scarf and shit and the Uggs. Like instantly when she grabbed the drink, it just she transformed. But now I was telling the dentist about that, and that's how I was like, oh yeah, these like girls really care about pumpkin spice. Like I told them about the meme, and then they just like forgot about my teeth. They just start talking about the meme for like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, they love that pumpkin spice.
It's something about it. It just gives you like a warm hug. But not everybody likes pumpkin though. Not everybody likes the pumpkin spice shit. And I'm like, y'all are not everybody likes that pumpkin.
I never
spice
tried
shit.
The pumpkin spice.
You got to.
I like the like pumpkin pie is decent. Like they got it at like farmers market and shit.
For sure. Pumpkin pie is fire. They have this one drink. No, I usually get the pumpkin spice frappuccino from like Starbucks, but Twitter actually put me on to the chai latte, iced chai latte with the pumpkin cold foam on top. So it's not like completely pumpkin-y, but it's like just enough for it to be like fall.
Like you get like with caffeine and all that too, like.
No, I don't do caffeine on it.
Caffeine?
Like it's fire though. Very fire if you're into that shit.
Yeah.
For sure.
What's your what time I usually wake up and stuff?
Wake up, It depends. Sometimes I really be sleepy. So like my sleeping in is usually like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock max type shit.
What time you go to sleep?
What time I go to sleep?
You saying what time you wake up?
Yeah, wake up. I'll like 9, 10. Earliest is probably like 7. But if I press snooze, then it'll be like 9, 10. I gotta work on waking up when my body wakes up. Instead of just like snoozing in on it, but it's a work in progress. I just be sleepy. That's how I am.
What's like you find yourself like more creative like at certain times of the day, or like when you like to create?
At night, I'm like a night owl, which is weird. I don't know why I still wake up like semi early if I'm like up all night doing my shit. But usually when it starts to like the sunset comes, that's when I start to like activate and shit. And I wish it was reversed because I like being up. I like going outside in the mornings and shit. Like, but I don't know. That's just how it is.
Like for me lately, I've been like I'll get work done at night. Like if I'm already working on something, or like I have a goal. But I find that like I'm more creative in the mornings lately.
That's so
like
dope.
When I wake up, and then I seen somebody talking about it. Actually, I was thinking about it the other day. Then I seen somebody in some interview talking about it. They were like, I don't remember who it was now, but they were like, it's like the closer you are to the dream state. For him, it feels like, you know what I'm saying, he could tap into that like more.
There's actually a scientific fact. I forgot where I saw it, but like there's like a state of your mind that you're at when you're like between half sleep and half awake, where you can really like create the craziest. And I understand it because there's been times where I've like thought of whole hooks before I even like woke up, and I'm like, dang, okay. Or like I've written whole songs in my dream and woke up and remember what the melody is type. So it's like,
you don't remember the words?
No, I'm just like, oh, I remember that. I need to know the words. But yeah, like one time I had remember I was dreaming, like right before I woke up, I had a dream that I wrote a song for Kehlani and Ty Dolla $ign. And like I saw the whole music video. I saw like me writing it. I saw them like singing it. I was like, I woke up. I was like, yeah. One of these days, I'll be so fire.
All right, so maybe we could kind of tell them like I found out about you. Pretty much. I think it was probably like I want to say like maybe like 3-4 years ago. Ooh. It was through like Full Metal. I think you guys had did something.
Time for making love. Is it Heart Made Metal?
I think it was. I believe it was a video too. Y'all did a video, right?
Yeah, that was Heart Made
so
Metal.
Like I've been kind of knew about him for a while. He had like a bunch of my videos back in the day. Mm-hmm. So I seen you working on him. And I actually looked on your new joints, like he's been mixing and mastering them and like producing a lot of shit.
Yeah, he's been such a great friend. I'm so glad we collabed on that because, like, our friendship. Ooh, sorry, y'all, my bad. You know, but our friendship and our bond has just gotten so strong. Like, that's really family. Like he's just always down to help. I really do a lot of my creative stuff with him. Like even if it's just like going over there and just writing, like he's always just there to like just lend an ear, or just like lend a hand and like help. Or when it comes to melodies, or even when it comes down to mixing, like and mastering and recording and all that good stuff. We're always there for each other on that aspect, for sure.
How you guys know each other? Like just like through the art shit, or like from back in the day?
Literally just through art. Like he hit me up for the feature for Heart Made Metal, and since that, it just was through the roof after that. Like real genuine vibes. He's a very genuine guy.
That boy is like, he's fire.
Yeah.
He be in the cut. Like I feel like he don't really pop out much. Like like you don't really see him working with too many other people from the city. Like I know he dropped most of his shit on that dude. What's that dude channel?
Ryan Celsius.
Ryan Celsius. Yo, I didn't even realize how big Ryan Celsius was till I ran across. I was on Facebook just like a year ago. I was on Facebook just scrolling through, and it was a random like article about some online music shit.
Yeah.
I just click on it. And they talking about like one of the main like they're breaking down like I think the article was like they were breaking down different like pivotal people and like the new age like streaming shit and all this. And they was talking about that Ryan dude, how he puts all, you know what I'm saying, his aesthetic, you know what I'm saying, the VHS shit. Like I was like, damn, I didn't know Ryan was like, I knew him from Full. I never seen nobody else talk about him, but like on Full Metal shit. And I was like, wow, like
No, I definitely went on his channel the other day because I think I had went to go see his Full Metal's new video, which everybody should go see. It's pretty crazy. And I was kind of scrolling through his shit. I was like, dang, like this nigga actually got some like shit over here. Yeah, that's just crazy.
What's your like what's your process kind of with the rollouts? Like I feel like we make shit.
Yeah.
And you probably just want to like you wish you could just drop it, or like I feel like sometimes we got to go through these different like processes to even put the music out. Like you experiment with like different rollouts and stuff.
That's like my favorite part of like the whole music thing, because what I do, like especially with my last song, Without Trying, before the song even like touched anything, I had it done, and I knew that like I had a certain vision for it. I knew there was a certain way I wanted it to go. So what I did one morning, I just went outside my backyard and I just wrote the rollout from start to finish, like just from the media that was gonna surround the song dropping all the way down to, you know, how are we gonna roll this video out? What do I want this video to look like? Like where can I take the inspo from? All that good stuff. So I really got it down to maybe like 2 or 3 pages in my little journal. And from there I executed and it was dope. It was really dope to see it come to life. Actually, like every single thing from down to like the media posts to the Instagram to like the Twitter to the stories, and all that shit matters. You know what I'm saying? It kind of makes it its own world and own realm, and I plan to do that with a lot of my upcoming projects too.
Yeah, so you had a journal. You writing your lyrics in the physical journal too, or you on the phone?
Yeah, it depends. I usually have my journal with me everywhere I go, like everywhere. I usually have a bigger bag than this, and it always has my journal, always has a pen in it, and that's where I get my lyrics down in. That's where I put like my feelings, just how I'm feeling, if I'm like doing my affirmations or anything. That's where I put my rollouts in, just something to physically have. I think it's like a certain type of commitment that it like the pen has on the paper, and I like that. I like physically like seeing what I'm thinking and just kind of letting it out on paper, because it's also really easy to do things and process things when you just see it physically.
Yeah. I feel like I might almost forget how to fucking write these days, bro. Like,
yeah.
I never write.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the
cursive.
thing.
Don't even get me started. I think I pretty much forgot cursive. Like,
yeah, butcher it. It's just straight ABC.
They really had us growing up, being kids, learning cursive. Mm-hmm. I guess really for no reason. Like, who really use cursive? Like, I mean, when you get in college and shit, they're not writing in cursive when they're writing essays. I'm pretty sure they're writing in.
You're typing.
Yeah, I guess now you typing. Like even before that though, like I'm weak.
You typing now.
Hey yo, all right. So I didn't know you're an actress.
Yes.
So I was actually scrolling through your Instagram earlier, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? Is she in movies and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So who is this dude? What's his name? Youngin with the Canon.
Yes.
How you link linked up with him, and what's up with your acting career? Because I went into the movies you're wearing. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I went to some of your parts.
Yeah.
You might get a knack for it.
Hey man.
You might got a little knack for it. So is that like you
so
thinking about acting more or what?
Yes. Jalen, Youngin with a Cannon, is one of my super good friends as well. We met in Atlanta. How did we meet? I think we just met off of a photo shoot like 2018. I rode down to Atlanta and shot with him, And then from there, it was just like, it turned into this whole big thing. And I told him about everything I wanted to do. Back then, I wasn't really doing music that much, you know what I'm saying? But I did tell him about, like, I would, I want to start acting. I want to do all these different things that filter in through my music. And he casted me in his first short film on YouTube, which was the Mean Girls.
So that was his first one, too?
That was his first one, yeah. And so I made that 8-hour trip in a day, and the next day we was filming, and it was that. It felt so good. It was really crazy. I just remember, like, just kind of stepping back and looking at all the cameras and, like, the lights and the crew, and even, like, meeting people that I only saw on Instagram at that point. Like, Meech, I don't know if you know Demetrius Harmon.
I don't think so.
With the You Matter stuff. He be driving the You Matter.
The only person I really knew, I seen in one of the movies, that girl B. Simone was in there.
Yeah. I wasn't in there on that one, but that first one, I remember just kind of being taken back at the fact that, like
starstruck? What?
Not starstruck, but it was just the fact that I manifested it, and now that I'm there, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is always what I've wanted to do. And even if it was just like the first one, even if it was just the first short film, it was just like, dang, I really like thought about this since I was a kid, and now I'm here, like, with all these lights, with all these people that I'm making connections with, and a lot of them I still do talk to this day, and it was just a really beautiful thing. And with the whole acting thing, I definitely want to get into that. There's just so much I want to do, and music is just like one of those things. But I am using music to kind of filter into those things, like when it comes down to modeling, or like having my own businesses down the line, or when it comes down to acting. That's just going to be that one funnel to get into everything else I want to do, really. Yeah,
it's like, that's pretty much like what this thing is. Like, it could kind of take you to places that you didn't even imagine at first. Like, and that's just like the beautiful part about just like not having your idea locked into some shit. Like, you can always grow on your idea, add to it, and like it can evolve into different things.
Yeah, and you can incorporate it too. Like, even with my rollouts and stuff. Like, I have like a skit for Without Trying on my page, and that was part of the rollout too, but I intentionally do these like skits because I want to go into acting in the future. So
I don't think I've seen a skit. I seen you did like you dropped like a behind the scenes for it, right?
Yeah. It was like right when I dropped the song, but the purpose of that is to show people that it is just bigger than the music to me. You know what I'm saying? I do see myself acting, and like to incorporate that into my whole rollouts for the music I'm dropping is just one way for the fans to understand who I am as a whole and who I want to be as an artist in a whole as well.
Yeah, you touched on like you like to have some like businesses too. Like what are some like business ventures that like interest you?
I want to have my own bag line, the Victoria Rhodes collection.
Oh, you already got the name. Okay.
Yeah, it's in honor of my late little sister, Victoria Rhodes. She passed last year.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. And I just wanna make really cute bags and have them accessible and donate some of that to drug abuse, like research and teenagers and everything, because I think that's one of our biggest issues nowadays. It's just people going off the wall with that, and that's how my little sister was taken from me. So I want to be able to make that a little bit better with everything.
How has that like affected you? Like your how you think that's affected you, like your sister's passing?
Man, I don't think
it's kind of still like recent. Like
it's coming up on a year, actually, October. I don't think I've really been totally the same. I've just kind of learned how to like grow around it. You know what I'm saying? There's always still gonna be a hole there, but ultimately I kind of make peace with the fact that she has like a front row seat to everything I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no I don't have to like snatch her up from school or to come see my shows, or she's just there, and I know it and I feel it, and I that's just what I make peace with moving forward.
That's like even like I feel like that's something that I can't even haven't really wrapped my head around that stuff, because I don't think I haven't had anybody like really close like die in my life.
Right.
So it's like I feel like it's one of those things you can't even really like till you experience it, like you don't even really know like.
Man, like it's just one of like you said, it's one of those things until you really experience it and you really experience that pain, like it's really nothing like it. But I believe she's here in spirit always. She's pushing me, and I know she's very, very proud of me. I try to make her proud with everything I do. So that's my little angel up there.
And so like giving back is like important to you too. Like
yes.
you touched like through the business. And I seen you did like you did like a coat drive, I think.
Yeah.
Like not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
What so what are some? You have any other ideas that artists can like do, kind of just give back to the community? I know people do like a turkey drives, coat drives, stuff like that. Like
I think all of those things are great things. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the 757 and with the winter coming up, the harsh weathers and everything. Coat drives, turkey drives, food drives, anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anything to give back to the community that's, helped shape us all. I think is an amazing idea. I think everybody should do that.
Even down to like the spaces, just having spaces for people to create at. Because I feel like when I think back to even coming up, it wasn't really no spaces like that. It might have been, but we didn't know about them.
Right.
Like where you could just go and create at, and at the same time, it might have not even been like the thing to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might have been wanting to do something else, like get fucked up or like, I don't know. Like.
But see, that's the thing. That's also another thing I want to do. Like when I get to where I want to be able to open up my own creative studio for everybody, hire engineers, hire choreographers, artists, anything to just get people off the streets and be able to show them like, hey, like there's another realm out here, regardless if anybody's telling y'all if it's cool or not, like there's this possibility to create out of your own mind. I want to be able to give that to the folk.
And then like collaboration too.
Oh, for sure.
Like with people. Like I know you're working with different people. Like what's like that's important to you, like collaborating with people like you think are dope and shit?
Yeah, definitely important because I think you just learn more with merging your mind with others. A lot of people have pride.
Bro, my friends help me my friends help me level up my ideas.
Yeah, that's the thing. And people should be open to that. A lot of people don't really like that, and a lot of people are like, oh no, I want to do everything by myself. But what people don't understand is like it really takes a village. Like what's better than one creative mind too? You get to learn more through other people and see things differently through other people's eyes, and that's just a beautiful thing about collaboration, especially in the creative world.
Somebody said the saying what's it called? Good mind. How's it go? Some minds think alike.
Great minds
think alike. Somebody was like, that's wrong. Actually, it's great minds think differently.
For sure.
That's the key. Like
I think
if you're just around,
there's truth to both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because of course, if you're thinking just like somebody else, and you have the same idea, like of course you have to share some brain cells somewhere in there. But to have somebody challenge your idea and be like, hey, I think that's whack. I think of it like this, regardless if it hurts your feelings or not. But you get to see another perspective out of somebody else's eyes that you've never seen before. So now you're walking around with that new idea, like, oh man, like people aren't just thinking about how I think, like they might think this way, or like how else are people thinking of this,
So I know you used to go by Young Shann, right?
Yes.
I feel like that when I got hip to you, like I think you was going by Young Shann.
I was.
Was it just feel like it was some kid shit, just drop the young off, like, or?
You know what? No, Young Shann was a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I had that name since high school. It was just a nickname, honestly. But once I started, getting to YouTube and getting my YouTube up, I kind of just took that and like just placed it with everything I was doing. So whether that was YouTube or whether that was music or anything else of that matter, I just kind of stuck with it. But I know there was a point in time, maybe like a year and a half ago, where I just kind of wanted to just stop and just kind of
stop everything.
Yeah, just kind of like chill. I took like a break for a year and a half, maybe somewhere in that realm, like just a year break, just to kind of figure out like, okay, something needs to happen, like some change needs to happen, and I had to really like sit with myself, like, okay, well, what do I really want?
Was it the feelings that like you were feeling like unmotivated just because like you feel like you weren't as far as you're supposed to be, or?
It was a lot of things. It was just, I just don't think that I really knew myself yet. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what I wanted to sound like. I didn't know like just the things that are necessary to know in the whole artist development stage. I never took the artist development stage. And I thought it was just really necessary for me to just sit down and understand who I wanted to be and what I wanted to represent and what I wanted my journey to look like. So when I did that, and I just kind of started mapping everything out, Young Shann just didn't sound right with that no more, because she was already. That's like another era.
To you in your mind, like that represented to like what you were.
Yeah.
Or like
because it's its own era, and like people who know Young Shann and like were there for the Young Shann era remember her as, you know, going to ODU and
the Young Shann era.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just one piece of mine. But in order to move into this next chapter, I was like, man, I think Shann might just be really tough. So
and that's your real name?
Yeah, Shannon is my name.
Okay.
And so I just dropped the Young, and I made the decision to come back harder, and just give people who Shann was.
No, that's interesting. Like, any more thoughts on like artist development? I feel like that term kind of gets thrown around like in this, you know what I'm saying, this industry or whatever, but it's really person development.
Yeah.
It's just becoming like a grown up and like really finding yourself. Not even really. I feel like it goes deeper than an artist.
Yeah.
It's just like you, just you.
Oh, yeah,
like, you know
sure.
what I'm saying? You got to develop yourself. So it's like, yeah, like what are some things that kind of like you faced or like went through on your development stage, you think?
So a lot of
things you learned, like, yeah.
Working through, I think it's a lot of trial and error. Personally for me, what aided in that was working with people that I just didn't feel right working with, or that really just didn't cater to what I liked. And I had to sit back and ask myself, like, yo, what sounds do I like? You know what I'm saying? What production do I like? Do I like all this hard shit? Or do I like, you know what I'm saying, do I like the typical R&B shit? Or like, what area am I trying to move into? And then, you know, meeting people and kind of just seeing how they work and their art, and just having that discernment to see, like, okay, like, is it aligning with who I am? If it's not, cool, I don't have to work with them. No disrespect at all, but it's just about who you choose to work with, and who you choose to aid in your journey to who you see yourself become, you know. And a lot of that also does require personal work as well, because if you're not willing to do the personal work, no one else is going to be able to do that for you. You can't look for the answers outside, you know, because even in that process, I had to ask myself, like, yo, what do I like? Because no one's going to pick that out for me. And if I keep letting people pick that out for me, I'm never going to be happy in this, you know? So.
Yeah, for me, I kind of just like, I really just get lost in this shit, like, in what I'm doing. Like, I feel like you get to a level where it's just like, you literally just, that's like, I feel like it just consumes your life. You know what I'm saying? Your thoughts, you become that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was some shit I seen a little, you know that dude Sadhguru?
No.
He's like a real old like Indian guy. He's like he's a guru. He rode his bike across the world, like his motorcycle. Like this real old dude with like a big white beard.
That's dope.
But he be dropping gems and shit. He was like, what'd he say? He said, the process of life is being, doing, and then having.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he was like, what'd he say? He was saying some shit like, we get caught up in having.
Right.
We don't ever do, or you know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta be it first. Inside you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not in you. It's not on you, it's in you.
Yeah, like you touched on, like you even touched on earlier, like manifesting your like the situation into the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you think that should be crazy, like just have an idea, like, and then kind of bring it to life. I don't know, like,
you gotta see
any
yourself
thoughts on that?
in it. You gotta walk in it. You gotta know that you're like what you know you're gonna be, even if you're not to where you want to be yet. You know what I'm saying? Big on the yet, because I think a lot of times we get so caught up in what we know we're gonna be in the future that we're just like, oh, I'm not doing enough. Like, why aren't I there yet? But you know, you gotta understand that you know you're gonna be that, but you also gotta embrace where you're at right now, because the most beautiful part about this is the journey. Because what's going to happen when you get everything you want? Like, if you got everything you want right now, could you say you would be like totally, oh my God, yes? Because what did you really learn?
Well, my mom always said, if you ever have everything you want and your life is going perfectly fine, at least put like a little rock in your shoe, like a little pedal, real. So you have some type of uncomfortability. Yes,
you need that. You need that, because that's where you grow the most. That's where you learn the most. And, you know, knowledge is power. That's something nobody could take away from you ever.
Yeah. So wait. So you said when you did the movie, you weren't even like really making music at the time. So was that in your mind at that time? Was like, I'm gonna pop off acting first, or like?
Yeah, I think it was more so like, let's see how this goes with acting, and I did that, and I don't know, because I dropped the Triggered. All right, I think I dropped the remix to Triggered by Jhené Aiko. I don't know if it was before or after that. I kind of want to say it was after, because I had ended up moving to Atlanta after I filmed the film. So yeah, I did try my foot at acting, and then I just kind of realized that singing and music was really my passion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love acting, I love what goes into it, but my passion is making music. So I just decided to hone in on that the most.
Is this about the time you was dropping on Audio Mac and met your boyfriend? Link with your boyfriend on Audio Mac. That might be a first ever in history.
Yes, that's actually a crazy story. I met my boyfriend off of Audio Mac, I want to say like a year and a half ago. Yeah. I was still in Atlanta. That was craziest thing ever. You know, we were in a competition, and you know, I heard his song, he heard my song, so I was like, yo, your shit fire. He was like, yo, yours is
I didn't ask him who did better in the competition.
I don't know, babe.
Oh, he got the headphones.
Did you? Who won the we both lost the competition. Who won? Like the dude from Canada, right? Me either.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. Yeah, but after that, I followed him. The next day, a couple of days over, I was scrolling on my Instagram stories, and I was like, man, let me shoot my shot. So I shot my shot. I landed it, and you know. But yeah, shout out to Audio Mac. Shout out to Joe Vango. You the shit.
No, but it's cool. Like on these, like it's funny how like through the different eras, these different platforms are like relevant. You know what I'm saying? The culture, like you know, went through the hot new hip hops, Dat Piffs. You know what I'm saying? All those. It's like
Spinrilla.
Now it's like I guess what would you say is the top platform now of like music? You don't even know now. I feel like it's just so many. Like, so many. Is there one?
I don't really know. I think all of them are used for different things. I still go on SoundCloud and listen to my music on SoundCloud. Sometimes I like Spotify for different reasons. I like Apple Music because it's more accessible. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean by more accessible?
Like I feel like everybody has Apple Music, but then again, it's like I know everybody doesn't have Apple Music, so it's kind of like it might just be like an Apple thing because I
have
like,
an iPhone.
Yeah, you said what?
Because you have an iPhone.
Yeah,
But I think actually most people in the world do have an iPhone.
Yeah,
Might be wrong about that. It might be Android, but
a lot of people don't have Apple Music, so it's just kind of like I like everything for different things. I feel like Audio Mac's a little bit more personal. They're a growing platform, and they show a lot of love to upcoming artists and everything. And Spotify, they have this thing where you can develop your artistry on there too. They have different like ways you can hone into your artist page and like developing your fan base and all that good stuff. So I think all the platforms are doing what they gotta do.
Wait, so Audio Mac is it pretty much like is it all the music that's on Apple Music and Spotify on there too? It has all music, or is it just?
I think it depends. 'Cause I know all my songs are on Audio Mac, but I think that's just up to how you upload them too. Because some people upload them just to Apple Music and Spotify and not Audio Mac. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a smaller platform, but it is growing as well.
I got you.
Yeah.
We kind of deep in it now. So, so okay, we get back up a little bit. So, do you want to tell us just a little bit? So, are you born and raised in Hampton?
Born and raised. I was born in
Maybe
Portsmouth.
Maybe just like coming up a little bit, like how you even got into like you know what I'm saying, creating.
Yeah, I was born in Portsmouth. I moved to Japan because my dad's a Marine.
Okay.
We moved to Japan, lived there for like a good 4 years, and as far as like creating goes, my mom, she was singing in Japan for a very, very long time.
What ages were you in Japan?
It's like 4.
Okay, like 4 to 8. Yeah.
So I would see her like do her thing and like how she got the crowd moving. Like I knew from a very, very young age that I would be doing this. So because just from
where was she? Like where was she singing at? Like,
Japan, like just
like or like where like concerts and stuff or?
Yeah.
Like she had a buzz, or
I would say concerts. She did have a buzz, but that was before I was born. Because she was doing tours in Japan before I was born. But when I was born, she was doing more like local shows.
Wait. So how she pop off in Japan like that?
No, I don't know. Well, no, I do know. She was in the Philippines, and she's Filipino. She went to Japan and auditioned for like a singing competition or something like that. Yeah. And then she got it, and she was just touring like.
She just became
Japan.
A star out there.
Yeah, she was like doing her thing, like as far as I know.
Nah, at certain parts of the world, like those shows and stuff, still be making big stars. Like out here, I feel like you know how they say like if you end up on Dancing with the Stars or something like one of those, like your career is washed or whatever. Like it's a different outlook on it out here, but Yeah, other parts of the world, like I know even in Bosnia, they got like these shows that people like go and sing.
Yeah.
But that'd be like still like the main spot where people pop off at. Like so, yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Japan was definitely
So
her like stomping grounds and stuff.
Wait, so do you remember like being in Japan, like
yes.
being that age?
Yeah, I remember it. Japan is such a beautiful country. I'd move to Japan right now. Honestly, like the people are really nice. The food is amazing. Oh my goodness, they care about what they put in your body. Like the McDonald's here ain't got nothing on the
no, it's different. I just went to the McDonald's in Sarajevo when I was out there in Bosnia.
Yeah,
it's different. Like
it's different. Like they really care about what they put in your body, and that doesn't strip away from the quality of the food. That's what I love the most.
No, I seen a meme. It was like all the different brands of food that are like in America and other parts of the world, whatever, like oatmeal, all the different shit. Like it showed a breakdown of it, and it was like all the American versions of those foods have way more stuff in them. It was like all these different chemicals, like, and then like the European and other parts of the world stuff just had like the basic, like, you know what I'm saying, whatever ingredients were.
And you taste that difference, especially when you come back here after you done had that good food and stuff. You're just like, like preservatives, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah. Yeah.
So your mom's popping in Japan. You out there for the 8. You know what I'm saying?
I got to watch that. I got to learn some things from her and like watch people's reactions from when she was sing. So like even when I was younger, I knew that it was gonna be for me. You know what I'm saying? So like I would practice like my little acceptance speeches in the shower. Kind of embarrassing, but like my little brush, I'd be like, I just want to thank or I'd watch Janet Jackson tapes and Sade tapes of their concerts and everything. And when we got back here, because my mom had separated from my dad, we lived in Chesapeake with my auntie first. Then we moved in with my godmother in Virginia Beach. And then we finally got our own spot in Norfolk. Me and my mom.
You've been like everywhere in the 7.
I've been literally everywhere in the 757. I've spent time in every city. And then
side note, we just had a bank robbery in Yorktown. Like
what?
2-3 days ago. A dude got away with it too.
In Yorktown?
Yeah,
they do that there?
Yeah, with a hatchet. He didn't even have a gun.
Oh.
I'm thinking like, what a security guard? Like I know a security got a gun. Huh?
No, he did not rob it with the hatchet.
Only reason I brought that up because last week I was talking about it with Adante up here. I was like, bro, people ain't getting away with bank robberies anymore. And damn sure somebody got away with it.
With the hatchet?
Yeah, with the hatchet.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Because, like, how do you even take that seriously, though? Like, you working and somebody coming with a hatchet.
Matter of fact,
what do you do?
Yo, matter of fact, I sent Adante a picture of the meme, and he was like, bro, that's me in a really good disguise. I was like, what? It was a white dude. But yeah, my fault.
No, that just completely blew my mind. I want to look that up when I leave here. But yeah, I finally settled in Hampton when we met my stepdad, and that's where I've been for.
Is your dad still in the Marines?
He retired.
Yeah.
Yeah, he retired. So now he's in DC, chilling.
Hell yeah. Okay, you weren't Creighton at that time?
No, I was still middle school. You know what I'm saying? When I got into high school, I was just going through high school. But in high school, I actually went to my first studio sessions when I was maybe in sophomore year with this man called George Sly. He's a very talented jazz music player in Chesapeake. And y'all know who Bruce Smith is?
I don't think so.
He played for Tech. But he's like a lot older now. He played for the Redskins as well.
No, I don't really know athletes like that.
Yeah, it's really weird how that happened because I would say high school, and we were at Bruce Smith's house.
You and that George?
Me and my mom. We were meeting him there, but my mom knew Bruce Smith's niece, Miss Nene. And my mom was telling Nene like how I really sing, and she was like, "Oh well, y'all gotta meet my friend George." So we went to her wedding reception at Bruce Smith's house, and I ended up in the basement singing "With You" by Chris Brown to George Sly, and that happened, and he got me into my first studio sessions when I was in like my sophomore year of high school, and I got like my first taste of what it was like to record and what it was like to write my songs and what it was like to work with different producers and different sounds and stuff. And
was it like a official studio?
Oh yeah.
So right when you started making music, you in a official like studio.
Yeah.
Most people you coming up off, laptops and interfaces and shit. Like, how was that intimidating to you? Like, how'd that feel? Like?
It was intimidating because, mind you, even though I knew I wanted to do it from a very young age, being in front of it for the first time is a total different thing. So me, of course, being the first time that I was recording or like working with producers and, you know, writing my songs, I don't think I was necessarily ready for what it came with, you know, especially being that young. So I recorded my first few songs. I actually dropped a song in high school called Crush on You on SoundCloud. Everybody was singing that shit in high school. It was kind of crazy.
What was under Young Shann or what?
It's on SoundCloud. Yeah. It's under Jambeat because that was the label that he was under. So it's not under my name, but I'm probably gonna put a link to it on my like Instagram or something.
Because I went back to look through I don't know if you took down some music for Young Shann. I didn't see you didn't have an album anywhere.
I did. I didn't have an album. I had some singles out though.
So even up to now, you still haven't. You don't have an album, right?
I'm working on it though.
I don't know if it was like hidden on like SoundCloud or something. I didn't see it, but yeah, it wasn't on all platforms.
No project out under Young Shann, but there's gonna be a couple of projects out from Shann, this next quarter, and next year as well. So.
But yeah, so you just kept working with that George dude?
I did until I was just like, I don't know if I want to do this, and then I just stopped going. And then I went to college. I went to ODU. Shout out to Monarch Nation. You know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And I really just realized like this is not what I want to do either. And you know, I got suspended from ODU for a little bit. I was really, really sad.
You ain't gotta go into it if you don't want, but
I got suspended from ODU.
What you get suspended for?
You know what I'm saying? And I was really, really sad. I was out for like a semester or two. And throughout that time, I got to tap into my YouTube era. Because I ordered my first, you know, camera, ordered my first ring lights. I ordered everything. And I tried out YouTube.
Vlogs and stuff?
Yeah, I got to put them back up. I took everything down because I had this whole intention of making my YouTube just for music. But now I kind of understand that people need to follow the story in a whole, even if that is seeing the stuff that I've done under Young Shann, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I did my YouTube stuff, and I really, really enjoyed being in front of the camera. And I was like, oh, I like this. So then I started making music again, you know, just writing my music down and, you know, recording a little bit. And I was like, oh, I really like this. But I was like, I need to change somewhere. I need to do something. So me being the mastermind I am, I was like, I need to be somewhere where things that I want to be around are more accessible. So I applied to Georgia State, not necessarily to further my education, but it was more so to be around the things that I wanted to be around, the people that I wanted to be around.
Was that before you went back to ODU? Or like,
I never went back to ODU.
Okay.
No. So I told my mom, my stepdad, like, hey, I applied to Georgia State. I want to move to Atlanta. And they thought it was for me to further my degree. And, you know, I tried.
You thought that and you ran with it. You said,
yeah. I was like, yeah, exactly. But I got accepted. I moved down to Atlanta. And I started college. I was in my junior year. And I involuntarily dropped out because they messed up my tuition and the whole, you know, student loan thing. So I stopped doing college and I just honed totally in on music, and it's just been the greatest thing since then. So, yeah.
Are you still have like student debt?
No, debt free, GI Bill.
Yeah. I know that boy Biden was giving out some change for the debt.
Yeah, good stuff.
Have you? What's your thoughts on just like even like gaining new followers or reaching new people like on different platforms? Like what platform you like the best as far as like where you think you could reach? Not even just reach the most people, but like reach people and build a real like connection with them. Because I feel like it's not all eyes. It's like sometimes it's easy to get eyes.
Yeah.
But it's like it's like different. Like, are people gonna come back and keep fucking with you?
Right.
What level are they gonna? You know what I'm saying? Like, what role are you gonna play in their life? Like, when they consume your content, like it could be like you can even be like a one-hit wonder with content, especially now. Like, I feel like it's a lot of different content. I don't know, like I feel like that was like 5 questions, but
no, I think it's not more so of the platform. I think it's just how you utilize a platform, right? Yeah. Because we talk about rollouts and we talk about how it's so much more than just dropping music. Because if you just drop music and go, you're not gonna gain fans from it. You're not gonna gain any connections from it. People might like it. You know what I'm saying? But people have to like you. You know what I'm saying? People have to like you and associate you with the music. Excuse me. My God.
Or even like
in
you
order
said, like
for them to,
like my bad to cut you off. Like even like you said, like the story earlier, like people want to follow the story.
Yeah.
Somebody was saying something like that's actually like how our brain works.
Exactly.
Like that's how they set up movies. Like our brains like look for like introduction, climax, conclusion. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
exactly, because when you're introduced to a new artist, you always go back to their old stuff, and you're like, dang, like, I wonder what else they have. That's the thing. So like, it's just more important on how you utilize those platforms and how you talk to your fans, how you engage. Are you promoting yourself enough? Are you not scared to really keep promoting yourself even after months that it's dropped? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't do that anymore. But you never know. Like, it's still reaching people that haven't seen it the first time every time you post it, every time you retweet it, every time you talk to somebody that's like, hey, like, I love your song. And then just a simple thank you so much for listening goes a total long way, because now they feel like they have that personal connection to you because they just talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So it goes in all the platforms, honestly. Like, I like Pinterest. Pinterest is my favorite thing because that's...
I never got on that.
Oh, I love it.
I was on Tumblr for a little bit. I'd be on Reddit, but I never got on that.
You like Pinterest, especially...
That's just like pictures, though, I think, right?
It's pictures, but I use it for my rollouts. Like, I use it for my vision boards because I like to create an aesthetic around the things that I'm dropping. Like, for this next project, I have, like, this whole aesthetic board just of how I want everything to look to associate these songs.
Is there a networking aspect to Pinterest too, where other people see, or is it just like for you?
Well, you can make your boards private, or you can make them public.
Is yours private?
I think some of them are, but not all of them. I think I do them unprivate because it's just easier to share that way. And on top of that, like, you get followers from it because people can like see your pages and like see your boards and be like, oh, like, this is cool, and they just start saving pins from your page and stuff too. So, and yeah, it's a lot less pressure up there.
I might gotta get hip to you on Pinterest.
I like Pinterest a lot.
Right. I know people be on Tumblr still.
Yes.
I got a song that I made called Tumblr that never came out. I said she put art on Tumblr. Some shit. What the fuck I said? I forgot what I said. Hey. But yeah, so matter of fact, I seen you. Did you ever perform at the Summer Bash joint? I seen you had posted that, but I was like looking for like footage of it.
No, I didn't.
You put like open up for I think like Ross or something.
Yeah, so it ended up being some legal issues having to do with the openers, and that just never happened. Okay. So, but instead I went to the New Wave show in DC that pushed.
That's where like people, you were like signing autographs for the kids.
That was recently in Baltimore. That was last weekend in Baltimore, and yeah, that was crazy.
No, you looked happy right there. I was like, that's fire.
I was very, very happy.
Yeah, you had a security guard next to you and shit. I was like, come on, you about to attack the kids.
No, what was so special about that moment was literally 5 minutes before that happened, I had just got off stage, right? Yeah. And I had this thing where I get so into my head after I perform, and I'm like, dang, like, maybe I didn't do as good as I thought. Like the sound system was like... Just all these things, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of in the corner, like, kind of quiet, just thinking to myself, like, dang, like, like, whatever. And then I go over to where they were. I was just getting my bag, you know what I'm saying? I was just trying to get my bag and go over back to my manager. And as I'm walking, like, these kids just, like, bum rush the gate. I'm like, oh my God, like, I love you. Can you please sign my shirt? Can you sign my shoe? And I'm like, wait.
I'm not gonna lie, those kids was getting signatures on their arms, but they had it on their arm.
They had it on their arm.
You might as well put it on your shirt or something. Like,
they had it on their phone case. I'm talking about
that's the fire one of the phone case fire.
I'm like, what? I'm like, your shoe? Like, your force? You know what I'm saying? Your forces? You want me to sign your shoe with the black Sharpie?
He might put them forces up on his wall.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm just like, they're just like, oh, you made my day. Like, you were just so good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love you. Like, I look up to you. And it just kind of made me realize, like, it's just so much more than what I think. It's bigger than me. Everything is just bigger than what I think and how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because what I thought was a bad performance actually made these kids' day. You know what I'm saying? And I gained, like, a fan base, and I was shown genuine love. And that was the most beautiful thing about it to me.
It's almost like you're like a vessel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you are. And you never realize that until it's shown to you, you know?
Yeah, like, or even like you touched on like rollouts. Like, I think Tyler, the creator, was talking about that. Like you work on this music for like so long, then you expected to just drop it like and talk about it like once and forget about it. Like,
no, bro.
Like, nah, you want to keep talking about it. And I seen you even without trying. Like, I think you dropped the song, like maybe like a couple months later, dropped the video. You got like, you know what I'm saying? You said the skit, which I haven't seen. I gotta watch that. like the behind the scenes, like so that's kind of all, you know what I'm saying?
I wanted to stretch it out. I wanted to make it like a whole thing for the summer because I knew it was gonna be a summer song. Originally, I wanted to do like a three song EP for the summer. Excuse me. But that didn't happen. So I was just like, if I'm going to make this big, I'm going to make this the biggest thing that I've ever done so far. And that's what I did.
Okay, so you in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So when did you come back?
I came back twice. I moved back. I'm so terrible with dates. I moved back. Okay, coronavirus. Yep, I moved back for coronavirus because I wanted to make sure my mom was good. And then I moved back down there September of 2020. Yes. Then I moved back here.
Was that like it's not like beginning of the pandemic, right?
No, that was like further down.
Okay.
Further down of the pandemic.
I know. I think I seen in Atlanta. It was like one of the spots that was wilding, and they say like fuck the pandemic.
They don't care about nothing down there. Just hookah and shots and
hookah
vibes.
for the thotties.
Literally,
hookah
that's what it is, and strippers and lamb chops.
No, lamb chops fire though.
Yeah. And then I moved back here. September of last year. Yep.
Yeah, like okay, so being somebody that's lived in pretty much everywhere in the 757. I kind of ask everybody just like, what do you feel like us as artists, even like the different media and platforms out here,
right?
What's some like shit we could do just like moving forward to kind of build? I think we like build our online presence more, kind of make our scene pop more. Like,
I think it will start with embracing every genre that we have. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of the blogs out here are very rap heavy, and that's no disrespect because a lot of my homies rap and a lot of them are really good at what they do, and much love and respect to them. But I also know so many people on the avant-garde scene, Boris Elusive, Full Metal Parkus, my girl Zai, my girl Vesta, a whole lot of people who are really good at what they do, but they aren't getting the shine because for some reason, like, people have this notion that we just rap here. And I think the moment that these blogs and these music blogs take on those avant-garde scene and like connect that bridge and make it a whole scene of music, not just pertaining to one genre, that's when we'll get closer to the Virginia and the 757 we want to see.
I feel like I thought that like a few years ago, but I don't feel like it's not like that anymore though.
I don't know.
A lot of the new brands that are like the new platforms that are coming up. They're not really on only rap. They're actually only like probably on the least rap.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think like, or who do you think of like when you think of like platforms in the area right now?
In the area right now, all I can really think about is Glass X. Shout out to him. That's really all I can really think about.
He's pretty much always been pretty rap heavy.
Yeah. But the thing is though, he has a really big platform, and I just think there's so many artists that deserve to be shown on any and every platform out here that don't get that love that they deserve, really. Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I've been kind of creating out here for a few years, and I can say that it really does feel like the atmosphere is changing. Yeah. Like it feels like shit bubbling up. I hope so.
It really feels like shit's bubbling up, and it's like I'm not even just saying that. It feels different now.
I really hope so.
I think it's around the corner for us. Like
there's something very, very special here, that just it kept bringing me back. Like no matter where else I've gone, or like even with me moving to Atlanta, in a place where there's so much more, quote unquote, there's just nothing like that authentic build of a city with a lot of potential, and we have a lot of potential and a lot of beautiful art here. And
in fact, even the fact that like you said, we have these other different genres. Right. That's our strong suit.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? That's really we need to lead with that.
Because we never really were one genre. Like we look at the greats and we talk about Pharrell and Missy and Timbaland and Teddy Riley and all these people, and the thing that made them so universal is because they worked with people with different sounds. They weren't just with one. You've seen Push collab with Justin Timberlake, and it was fire. You know what I'm saying? But
I put the clip of Justin Timberlake when Larry was at his concert.
Yeah,
you seen that? I don't know if you seen like when I dropped the Larry's the dating shit.
I did see that.
I'm gonna show you.
Please do.
My boy Larry trying to find a partner.
But
partner. So I know somebody hit me. Tony texted messaged me on Instagram because the video he was like, "What's his preference?" Mm-hmm. He was expecting me to say like boy or girl or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was like aliens, but he says humans are cool.
I'm crying.
He was weak. But yeah, my fault. But for matter of fact, Pharrell's throwing a block party, I think, or some shit. I feel like I seen some people posting that they were like not mad about that, or like they were like, I don't know. Would you see any information on that?
No, I just think
I don't know why you'd be
really
mad about
dope
it,
to throw. Can't please everybody. I don't know why people would be mad at that. And then they say that he's not doing anything, but he's trying to do something.
And they might even be about to bring something to water back.
I hope so.
Didn't they say something about that? You seen that recently?
Nah, but I'm going to be looking for it.
I want to say he met back with the, you seen something about that? He met back with the mayor or some shit, like talking about it, the council, yeah. Oh, speaking of the council, you heard about the council meeting the other day?
POC?
Nah, the city council in Norfolk.
Oh, yeah.
Motherfuckers was deep.
Because
of the shit that was going on like with the nightclub and stuff.
Yeah, as they should be.
Bro,
I wish
the council was saying like they never had I think they said they never had a turnout, that type of turnout for anything before. Like,
well, good. That should be speaking some volumes to them then, because it's really whack what they trying to do.
It's just funny, like people really came together for that, like, and it really shows you how much just how much like how many different like parts of the society the like creativity touches, like,
and it shows you how much we really believe in our city. You know what I'm saying? The fact that so many DJs and so many like musicians came out just to speak about, you know, why those things are important to us. Like, you see why it's so important to us, and you see how many people it, like, the creative scene out here touched. You know what I'm saying? And that's just who was there. You know, and that's the biggest turnout they've had, and that should speak volumes to them. And I really hope they revise anything they gotta revise and don't touch what we have building, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, so all right, so you're moving around.
Yeah.
You was in Japan for a few years. Your mom was a star out there.
Yeah.
You come back, you know what I'm saying? I seen you be kind of for the last few years, like dropping just kind of like singles, like one or two a year.
Yeah.
Is there like an album on the horizon? Like, you think you got anything like concept for anything, or you just kind of just dropping singles still?
The singles were just kind of just to build that momentum. I think that was very important, to build anticipation for projects. So right now I'm actually working on a 2-pack for the winter. It's gonna be very sad, so please prepare to cry. I'm working on my first album.
Get your tissues ready.
I'm working on my first album set to release next year around like March or April. And
how far along you think you with that album?
That album, I have production picked out. I've written most of it. I probably just gotta write maybe 4 more songs. And that's that with that. And then for this 2-pack, like 85% done with both of the songs. So that'll be.
This ain't the 2 that you sent me that day when you did the art segment, is it?
No, I have no clue when I'm dropping those.
Yeah, they're still on release?
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
I got them releasing the laptop. Man.
Yeah.
Might leak it. Send 2 million real quick.
But yeah, I'm just working, doing everything with intention. It's one of my biggest things right now, is just moving with intention and being intentional about what I put out and how I put it out. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, intention. I feel like that's like, I'll be real intentional with my energy, even how much energy I give to like certain things. Like, but now I'm getting down to the point where like, cause I'll be like thinking about a lot of shit now. So it's like I'm even intentional with like when I think about shit. Like, I'm gonna think about this tomorrow morning, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't think about everything at once type shit. Like,
just isn't worth the stress at that moment. You know. So.
Oh yeah, matter of fact, we did something new for this episode. I just dropped we got some like viewers questions.
Yeah.
So there is actually a couple for you. We did it this is the first time we're doing this. So if we keep doing this, y'all drop a question. I told you I was gonna ask. I'm not gonna lie. So it's only like a couple. So we'll start with Scoozy said. Yes. You might have seen this on Twitter. He said, "What kind of quesadillas would you like him to make for you?" I don't know if that's an insider or like. I know Scoozy loves quesadillas.
But I like quesadillas too, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I like in my quesadilla. I like chicken, bacon, ranch, cheese. Perfect.
Yeah. Side note: I know Scoozy and Bruce were doing like a cooking show on Instagram a little while back.
That's dope.
I haven't seen him doing it in a while though. So just a question for y'all: are y'all starting that back up?
Bring it back. I want to see.
All right, so we got like 2 more questions. Ahmad Davis.
Yeah,
the soft, you know who that is?
The manager. Shout out to him.
Oh, your manager. Okay, fine. he might even already know the answer to this question. Yeah. he asked, "What's your pre-show routine?"
Pre-show routine that usually starts the day, like when I wake up of the show. I don't really listen to too much music. I listen to like real pretty like frequencies.
Do you not even listen to like the music you're like
I do when it's closer to it, or like I'll warm up to it in the morning. Then I just kind of take a break, and then before like closer to the time then I'll go through what I have to do and everything. But it's a very, very quiet day for me. I don't like being around a lot of noise. I don't really like drinking before I perform. I don't like being around a lot of people. I don't like turning up. I just kind of like solitude and just kind of being like by myself, with myself as much as possible. You know, sometimes it's not possible, but just enough to like just kind of zone into me and channel all my energy back into me instead of just giving it out to everybody before I go on stage. So that, a lot of peace and quiet, a lot of tea, a lot of vocal warm-ups.
What kind of tea?
There's this, I like ginger, and there's a tea called Throat Coat that helps like coat your vocal cords in your throat, so it's like a lot easier to sing, and it doesn't dry out your throat while you're breathing and everything. Yeah, so that's a lot of warm-ups, just really nice and relaxed stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we got one more question.
Okay.
This is from Gift of Hands.
Okay.
So he said, what motivates you to make music?
What motivates me to make music?
I thought you kind of touched on that a little bit throughout the episode.
Just everything.
Kinda like,
yeah, just wow. I think the biggest thing is just the fact of seeing like so many people show me love right now. And granted, like I know I'm destined to do this, and I genuinely love it for the art that it is, and I genuinely love creating, and that enough motivates me to keep going and to keep growing. But the fact that people are watching me do different things and are loving it and cheering me on, like, oh, we're ready for whatever's next, and you know, we love this, you know, and just giving me feedback and just showing that consistent love in person and online, it just makes me want to give them more, because it's like no one really has to sit here and listen to anything I do or anything I say. No one has to sit here and watch these videos, but the fact that y'all are here and y'all are excited about what I do next and y'all are present, like that's an indescribable feeling. Yeah. So it's really just the support I get and the love I get shown. It just keeps me going, really.
No, that genuine love be hitting different. Like it's like, bro, like at the end of the day, everybody want to be loved. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like we kind of been in a culture where it's like we've even really been, I feel like, focusing more on our haters than the people that support us. Yeah. Everybody's always like, yeah, like flexing and shit, like flicking the camera off. Like it's like you're trying to like appeal to your haters.
We don't
almost,
like
you know what I'm saying? But it's like I feel like we're kind of getting back to that, like. Just not even being scared to tell somebody you love them or you fuck with this shit, or like how much they impact your life or whatever. Like
people be scared to be fans nowadays. That's one thing I also saw or have been seeing. People are scared to show that love to other people who are in your lane, or not in your lane, but doing the same thing that you're doing and making music. I don't understand why that's a thing, but I think it should stop because we're we're a lot more powerful as one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like. Stop hating on people. That's sucks. Don't do that.
Stop hating on people.
Yeah, show them love and embrace the love that's shown to you, because it's good stuff right there. That's what the world needs more of.
No, I love that. That might be a fire spot to leave them at. Yeah. We're about an hour in. You know what I'm saying? Show love. If is there anything else that you want to touch on, or like I know the 2-pack coming. Yes. This winter, get your tissues ready. Yes. It's real tissue heavy.
Get your tissues ready. Stay tuned. I have a lot coming for y'all, and thank you for being here. I love y'all so much. Follow me on Instagram at ShannOfficial. Follow me on Twitter at ShannOfficial with an _.
Oh, that's gonna be in the description.
Yeah, all of that. And thank you.
Hell yeah. No, I appreciate you for sliding, yo.
No, yeah, of course. You know what it is, man.
I'm excited to see, you know, everything you got coming out.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys for tapping in. Like I always say, fuck with the artist from the 757. She's kind of, I guess, I think this is like the guest that's lived in the most places in the 757 so far.
Very 757.
Yeah, man. We appreciate y'all. And catch you next week.
Bye.
Peace.